A 200-pound South African Boerboel appeared on a woman's porch at 4 in the morning. No collar, no tag, no explanation. Animal control said they don't handle dogs over 120 pounds. 3 shelters said no, so she made what she called the worst decision of her life. She let him stay one night. That was 7 months ago. And what this dog did at 3:08 a.m. on a Thursday in October is the only reason she still lives in that house. You're already this far in and you haven't subscribed yet? That actually stings a little. Hit subscribe before this story gets to the part that will shock you. Nadia Cole was 26 years old and lived alone on a half-acre property at the end of a gravel road outside Savannah. The house had belonged to her grandmother. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a porch that groaned in the wind, nothing but open land and pine trees in every direction. She worked night shifts at the county hospital, left at 6 p.m., came home at 7 a.m., to a dark driveway and a silent kitchen that smelled like no one had been there, because no one had. Her friends said she was foolish for living out there alone. Her mother called every other night asking when she was moving into town. Nadia told them all the same thing: "I'm fine." Then one Tuesday morning in March, she pulled into her driveway after a 12-hour shift and saw something sitting on her porch. A massive dog, fawn-colored with a black mask, wrinkled face the size of a serving platter, a head so large it looked like it belonged on a different animal. No collar, no tags, mud on his paws, ribs faintly visible. He was sitting at her front door like he had been waiting for her specifically. Nadia didn't get out of the truck for 10 minutes. The dog didn't bark. He didn't move. He just sat there, tongue out, watching her with brown eyes that were either very calm or very tired, maybe both. She called animal control. "Ma'am, how big is the dog?" "About 200 pounds. "We don't handle anything over 120. She called 3 rescues, full, not equipped for Boerboels. She looked at him through the windshield. He had rolled onto his back with all 4 legs in the air. She gave him water in a mixing bowl. He drank it in 8 seconds. She gave him leftover chicken. He ate it in 3 bites, then sat directly on her foot. All 200 pounds settled right on top of her foot and leaned against her leg like he'd known her for years. She named him King. She told herself, 1 night, maybe 2. That was 7 months ago. The first week was a disaster wrapped in fur. King knocked a shelf off the wall with his tail. He tried to sit on the couch and the couch slid 6 inches across the floor. He slept on Nadia's bed the first night, not beside it, on it, diagonally, 200 pounds, taking up 80% of a full-size mattress. Nadia got the remaining 20% with no blanket. She tried putting him in the second bedroom. He sat at her door and whined for 45 minutes, a low, rolling vibration that traveled through the floorboards. She opened the door. He walked in, laid down, and sighed like the whole ordeal had been entirely unnecessary. She never tried again. King had 2 great talents. The first was selective hearing. He could detect a cheese wrapper from 3 rooms away, but could not hear the word no from 2 feet away. The second was tongue management, or the complete absence of it. It just dangled sideways like it had quietly given up on staying inside his mouth. Nadia's friends called him broken. Nadia called him perfect. But behind those droopy eyes was something she hadn't expected. King watched everything. Every car on the gravel road, every person who knocked. He positioned himself between Nadia and the front door every time someone came over. When she left for her night shifts, he sat at the window until her headlights appeared at 7 a.m. Earl, her retired neighbor, noticed it first. That dog counts the hours until you come back. 5 weeks in, Nadia had a night she'll never forget. she lost a patient, a 7-year-old boy. She drove home, sat in the truck for 20 minutes, then walked inside and sat on the kitchen floor in the dark without turning on a single light. King found her. He walked over slowly, lowered his entire body beside her, and placed his massive head in her lap. He didn't whine, he didn't push. He just breathed, slow, heavy, and steady, like a heartbeat she could feel. Nadia sat on that kitchen floor until sunrise, with 200 pounds of dog pressed against her. For the first time since she'd moved into that house, she didn't feel alone. Some people think a dog is just a dog. Others know better. Which side are you on? A routine settled in. Every morning, King would be at the window. The second her headlights hit the driveway, his tail would begin hitting the wall. A deep, rhythmic thud, like someone knocking from the inside. Every evening before her shift, he would find her left boot, carry it to the front door, drop it on the mat, and sit on it. She had to barter for her own shoe back every single night. Then, 7 months after King showed up on her porch, everything changed. At 3:08 a.m. on a Thursday in October, Nadia was at the hospital. King was home alone. Earl was on his porch when he heard it. King barking. Not his usual lazy bark. Something sharper, relentless. The kind of bark that makes the air feel different. Earl grabbed a flashlight and walked over. King was at the back door, slamming his body against the frame. Then Earl saw it. A broken window on the side of the house. Glass on the ground, a pry bar still resting on the sill. Someone had tried to get in. They never made it. Police arrived. 2 other properties on that same road had been broken into that week. Tools stolen, a truck taken. Nadia's house was untouched. The officer looked at King, now lying on the porch chewing a stick, and said quietly, "I don't think anyone's trying that window again." 200 pounds that animal control wouldn't take. 200 pounds that 3 shelters turned away. The reason Nadia's house was the only one on that road left untouched. Today, King is about 4 years old. He still takes up 80% of the bed. His tongue still hangs out sideways. He still holds Nadia's boot hostage every evening. The couch leans permanently to the left. Nadia stopped telling people she was fine. She started telling them she was home. She didn't find King. King found her. Would you have let a 200-pound stray stay the night? Or would you have turned him away? Tell me in the comments.